राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। विष्णुपाद परम प्रवेशाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रपाद की जय। विष्णुपाद परम प्रवेशाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी शिल प्रपाद की, गौर किशोर दास महाराज की, श्री भक्तिनोद ठाकुर की, जगन्नाथ दास बाबूजी महाराज की, षड गोस्वामी वृंद की, पंचतत्व की, शिष्य निताय गौरांग की, शिष्य राधा गोविंद गौनटराज की, जगन्नाथ बल्देव सुब्रमैया की, all Gurus testimonies, all Gurus testimonies, all Gurus testimonies, all Gurus Guru and Gaurang. We are reading from Canto 10, chapter 70, verse 27. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Please recite after me. लोके भवान् जगदिनः कलयावतीर्णः सद्रक्षणाय कलनिग्रहणाय च अन्य कश्चित् त्वदीयम् अतियाति निदेशम् ईशा किं वा जन स्वकृतं रुच्यति तन्न विद्मः। लोके भवान् जगदिनः कलयावतीर्णः सद्रक्षणाय कलनिग्रहणाय च अन्या कच्चित् त्वदीयमतियाति निदेशमीशा किं वा जनः स्वकृतं मृच्छति तन्न विद्म लोके भवान् जगदिनः कलयावतीर्णः सद्रक्षणाय कलनिग्रहणाय च अन्या कच्चित् त्वदीयम् अतियाति निदेशमीशा किं वा जनः स्वकृतं मृच्छति तन्न विद्म लोके भवान् जगदिनः कलयावतीर्णः सद्रक्षणाय कलनिग्रहणाय च अन्या कच्चित् त्वदीयम् अतियाति निदेशमीशा किं वा जनः स्वकृतं मृच्छति तन्न विद्म लोके what word meaning? Loke, in this world, Bhavan, you, Jagat, of the universe, Inaha, the predominator, Kalaya, with your expansion Baladeva, or with your time potency, Avatirnaha, having descended, Sat, the saintly, Rakshanaya, to protect, Kala, the wicked, Nigrahanaya, to subdue, Cha, and Anya, other, Kashchit, someone, Todiyam, your, Atiyati, transcends, Nidesham, the law, Isha, O Lord, Kimva, or else, Jana, a person, Swa, by himself, Kritam, created, Richati, obtains, Tat, that, Na Vidmaha, we do not understand. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki, His disciples ki jai. You are the predominating Lord of the universe and have descended into this world with your personal power to protect the saintly and suppress the wicked. We cannot understand, O Lord, how anyone can transgress your law and still continue to enjoy the fruits of his work. I will repeat again. You are the predominating Lord of the universe and have descended into this world with your personal power to protect the saintly and suppress the wicked. We cannot understand, O Lord, how anyone can transgress your law and still continue to enjoy the fruits of his work. These are the prayers of request by the kings to Lord Krishna through messenger. Purport. Sridhar Swami explains that the kings were bewildered by the suffering that had come upon them. They state here that since the Lord has descended to this world to protect the pious and punish the wicked, how is it that Jarasandha, who brazenly transgressed the order of the Lord, continued to perform his wicked activities, whereas the kings were put into a miserable condition? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura similarly states that the kings could not understand how Jarasandha, who harassed the saintly devotees and nourished the envious, could continue to prosper, whereas the kings were being tormented by the wicked Jarasandha. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada quotes the kings as follows in Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna book. Dear Lord, you are the proprietor of all the worlds, and you have incarnated yourself along with your plenary expansion Lord Balrama. It is said that your appearance in this incarnation is for the purpose of protecting the faithful and destroying the miscreants. Under the circumstances, how is it possible that miscreants like Jarasandha can put us in such a deplorable conditions of life against your authority? We are puzzled at the situation and cannot understand how it is possible. It may be that Jarasandha has been deputed to give us such trouble because of our past misdeeds. But we have heard from revealed scriptures that anyone who surrenders unto your lotus feet is immediately immune to the reactions of sinful life. We therefore offer our wholeheartedly we therefore offer ourselves wholeheartedly unto your shelter, and we hope that your Lordship will now give us full protection. We'll offer prayers. Om Agnantimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Nilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Utapad Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Paryana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsya Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Shatarne Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namah. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Nilachala Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balbhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannadaya Te Namah. Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya cha Kripa Sindhubhyev cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I request all devotees to bless me so that I will be able to speak something from Srimad Bhagvatam in Parampara, in glorification of Lord and for my own purification. So, just so here these are the prayers of request by the kings who sent a messenger to Lord Krishna to save them from the Jarasandha imprisonment of imprisoned by Jarasandha. And here they were saying how they were puzzled that Lord appears to protect the saintly persons uh, and punish the wicked. But now here we see in the presence of the Lord, Jarasandha imprisoned all the kings, and they were in the suffering condition. And Jarasandha is flourishing, doing all his activities. So they are puzzled why, in that state, they are in that state. So this question comes to many of us when we see devotees are suffering, and sinful people outside they are flourishing. They have no problems. They are having cars, everything, enjoying the material things. But we see devotees sometimes they are in a diseased condition. They are suffering. So, but devotees understand at least for one's own self. When the miseries comes in our own life, devotee always thinks that because of my own past misdeeds, they are all coming. He doesn't blame anyone. Here, Prabhupada writing in the purport in the Krishna book that they are thinking that it may be that Jarasandha has been deputed to give us such trouble because of our past misdeeds. And they are saying that we surrender to your lotus feet, wholeheartedly unto your shelter, and you will give us protection. So this is the consciousness of a devotee who has put in difficulties. In Brahmaji prayers, it comes in 10th canto, where this verse, Tattenu kampan susavikshamano bunjane evatma kritam vipakam hridvad vapurbir vidanam namaste jivetayo muktapade sa dayabak. The translation is, my dear Lord, one who earnestly waits for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him, all the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds and offering you respectful obeisances with his heart, word, and body, is surely eligible for liberation for it has become his rightful claim. Yeah. Purport. The Sridhar Swami explains in his commentary that just as legitimate son has to simply remain alive to gain an inheritance from his father. Similarly, one who simply remains alive in Krishna consciousness, following the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga, automatically becomes eligible to receive the mercy of the personality of Godhead. In other words, he will be promoted to the kingdom of God. So here, uh, whatever situation may come in our life, uh, if we, you know, uh, here properly alive in Krishna consciousness, always engage in devotional service, never give up the service of the Lord, whatever kind of service may be. One should uh, continue his service and follow the principles, regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. And whatever suffering may be there, but if one continues to be alive in Krishna consciousness, automatically becomes eligible to receive the mercy of the personality of Godhead. And we see in our Krishna conscious movement so many devotees in front of our eyes. They have left bodies in full Krishna conscious way, because either by past misdeeds or whatever, birth, old age, death, disease and old age is always there for everyone. So miseries anyway or this come. So in that situation also, if we go on performing our duties in Krishna consciousness, no problem. See, so so we should not leave the association of devotees and the service which is given to us. Then if we go on doing and try to improve in our own life in Krishna consciousness, then automatically becomes eligible to receive the mercy of the personality of Godhead. So, like personally, I feel also like when we some hope always there, like now Krishna will give us mercy, and further we'll discuss how this consciousness one can get here. So here we may get a doubt that if somebody surrenders unto the Lord, Saradharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja, Aham Tam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Masucha. So if one surrenders to the Lord, Krishna says, I will take care of all your sinful reactions. Then why devotee suffers? Why? Because here Prabhupada explains. Lord Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita that a devotee who fully surrenders unto him is no longer liable to suffer the reactions of his previous karma. However, because in his mind a devotee may still maintain the remnants of his previous sinful mentality, the Lord removes the last vestiges of the enjoying spirit by giving his devotee punishments that may sometimes resemble sinful reactions. Because the purpose is to rectify the living entity, tendency to enjoy. And therefore, Krishna gives a particular kind of punishment to purify the devotee. In once. So, in a born in Kali Yuga, there are so many sinful desires in the heart, you know. So so many fruity to activity and a desire for the results, to enjoy the fruits of our work. It's not so easy uh, to give up that mentality, you know. We know that we are not enjoyers. Krishna is the enjoyer, Krishna is the proprietor, Krishna is the controller. But still, you know, when things come in front, and one try to enjoy the things. So enjoying mentality, to remove it's not so easy. So Krishna arranges each devotee particular way, different ways, and to because everybody's uh, anarthas are different. So Krishna arranges every devotee particular way that he gets purified from his situation. But if somebody is not sincere or not so uh, serious in Krishna consciousness, he may leave him. But somebody who is practicing sincerely, came in the association of devotees, heard about pure devotional service, and trying to practice, but still not able to give up the enjoying mentality, then Krishna may arrange this kind of situation, to purify. Uh, all the devotee has surrendered to the Lord's devotional service until he is completely perfect in Krishna consciousness. He may maintain a slight inclination to enjoy the false happiness of this world. The Lord therefore creates a particular situation to eradicate this remaining enjoying spirit. This unhappiness suffered by a sincere devotee is not technically a karmic reaction. It is rather the Lord's special mercy for inducing his devotee to completely let go of the material world and return home back to Godhead. So this is Krishna's arrangement. So so we should whatever things come into our life, we should accept those situations and continue offering respects and obedience to the Lord with his heart, words, and body. Then he becomes a legitimate son of God, as indicated here by the words Dayavak. So this consciousness one should develop. So how this consciousness one can achieve? Prabhupada writes in 6th canto, um, 6th canto, chapter 1, verse number 16. Na tata hi agavan rajan पूयेत तप आदिभिः यथा कृष्णार्पिता प्राणस तत्पुरुषा निसेवया. My dear, this is Sukadeva Goswami speaking to the king. My dear king, if a sinful person engages in the service of the bona fide devotee of the Lord and thus learns how to dedicate his life unto the lotus feet of Krishna, he can be completely purified. One cannot be purified merely by undergoing austerity, penance, brahmacharya, and other methods of atonement I have previously described. So in the purport, Prabhupada writes, when a devotee is put into hellish conditions, he accepts them as Krishna's mercy. Tatyanukampa susvikshamana. He does not protest, oh, I am such a great devotee of Krishna, why I have been put into this misery. Shishya Nitai Gaurang ki, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Instead, he thinks, this is Krishna's mercy. Such an attitude is possible for a devotee who engages in the service of Krishna's representative. This is the secret of success. So, here Prabhupada writing, Such an attitude is possible for a devotee who engages in the service of Krishna's representative. You know, like we are all fortunate to be in, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and his representatives, we have come to Krishna consciousness. Without their mercy, Srila Prabhupada books and his representatives coming to us and giving us this Krishna consciousness in parampara, there is no hope of coming in practicing devotional service. Uh, Personally, also I feel like one thing we always feel some confident that if present currently I am not so Krishna conscious, but somehow if as the days pass and suffering comes, then we can by the these statements, Tatyanukampa, one, we should just should not leave the service and don't blame anyone and offer respects to the Lord and some hope is always there that many times also when we become when some difficulty comes, immediately we remember more Lord. So that makes some hope is there that when difficulties come, and difficulties are going to come because birth, old age, disease, death is there. And nobody will be young always. Old age will come definitely, and diseases also will come, and there may be other difficulties also, maybe in life. But still, these two are sure. Other miseries may come or not, but disease and death will come as the years pass. So we should be prepared to have this consciousness. And that is will be able to possible, this attitude is possible for a devotee who engages in the service of Krishna's representative, as a servant of the Lord. Prabhupada, his representatives, spiritual master and his representatives, then because we have heard from Prabhupada purports and spiritual masters lectures, uh, uh, one thing we devotees who are practicing, misery comes, uh, one will always clear that it is all because of my own things. Otherwise, uh, in outside religions or people don't have proper understanding also why the suffering comes. They may sometimes people don't know there is there is life, reincarnation and many previous life, next life. And some people may be having only knowledge of so going to Sargaloka or some getting material benefit by performing religion, dharma. And by doing some pious activity, one will get something in the next life. And if I do some pious activities this life, I will get something like that. But this type of consciousness where surrendering unto the Lord, understanding the sambandha gnana, and rendering devotional service to the Lord, following the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga, and go on doing the services. So one has to improve one's consciousness or uh, performing the service nicely. or not trying to enjoy the facilities of this world, or when we do some service we get the facilities also. Uh, if we become slack in our Krishna consciousness or try to enjoy those things, again, sometime Lord may punish more also. Like gives such a punishment that you have to, like that. But but this is the way to achieve the Lord's mercy of the Lord. This consciousness of um, surrendering unto the Lord, and uh, always favorably situated towards Lord, and favorably serving the Lord in any condition, and go on performing services in the mode of servant of the servant. One will achieve this, the mercy of the Lord, or goes back home, back to Godhead. So, and we see in our Prabhupada disciples, so many of them, they all went back home, back to Godhead. And not only they going back to Godhead, they taking many of their disciples and devotees, uh, others, devotee, like many of the uh, sincere devotees, they not only you know, practice themselves, they give Krishna consciousness to others and take others also. Like we are engaging in preaching. Devotees give Krishna consciousness to others by distributing books, and by training others in Krishna consciousness. All different services. As our movement is, preaching movement, Krishna consciousness. So not only one should practice oneself and give opportunity to others to practice Krishna consciousness, give Krishna consciousness, and take others also to back to Godhead by bringing them connection to Krishna in parampara. So, and even the pure devotees also, uh, they don't think themselves as great devotees, when they are put in difficulty. You know. Here we see in the pastime of Jadabartha, uh, he was in the forest. So the king Rahugana is going in the palanquin. So one of the palanquin is carried by four people. So one of the person got sick. Say they saw the Jadabartha is very strong and stout. They what is a good person to carry the palanquin. They brought him, and Jadabartha, he is always acting as the, he's always Krishna conscious. External things doesn't matter. So he told to carry, he was carrying. So, but when he is carrying, there are so many ants on the way. So he doesn't want to step on them, give pain to them. So he was not able to carry properly. He was not moving his feet here and there like this. So the other three was not able to manage with him. And king is getting jerks on the palanquin. So he first he chastised, why you are carrying like this. Then immediately other three, they become fearful and say that actually we are carrying properly. This is the third newly engaged person, he was not carrying properly. So um, uh, then King Rahun actually sarcastically chastised him. I think you are carrying the palanquin alone, and you became fatigued, and I think you are not stout and strong. He's saying in front he is very stout, but he's saying you are not stout and strong. That's why you are not able to carry. Like that, he speaks sarcastically. Then again, palanquin being carried, but again the same jerks, comes, he really more chastised, like, with, are you alive, still living in this body? Like that, he speaks very sarcastic words, gives kind of pain. So, but Jadavarta, he is not in bodily consciousness, so it doesn't affect him. There also Prabhupada writes that in the purport that mm, even the great devotees also, so they don't think that why these things are coming in life. They think that they are exhausting their sinful reactions of their life, and they go on perform their uh, Krishna conscious activities and always Krishna conscious. You know? They don't much bother about the external things. So he see that Jadabartha, he was also great exalted devotee. Still, when that situation comes, he accepts only to enlighten King Rahugana. He speaks all the philosophy. Otherwise, before, when he was put in the these people trying to give Bali, he was at that time he was not trying to give speech to them, to those people. So at that time was Mother Kali. She protects him from the. This time also he takes the all the chastisement or sarcastic words of the king, but to enlighten King Rahugana, he speaks all the philosophy. But uh, inside, he's internally he's taking it, exhausting his sinful reactions. You know? And devotee thinks that it is only a token of punishment coming from uh, Lord to rectify oneself. So here we have, and there is one more thing about Akama and Sakama devotees. Those who are devotees practicing pure devotional service, uh, they think in this way. What all we discussed. The Sakama devotees are like demigods who want to enjoy. So they, when the difficulties come, they pray to the Lord to remove the difficulties and come to proper conditions so that they will be able to render service. But their mentality is of only to remove the external suffering. Mm. Rather, the prayers of Gajendra, like he was also put in difficulty, but his prayers are like not only to come out of the difficult situation which is caught by the crocodile, but also he prays to uh, take him out of this material existence. He realizes his position, and he prays to the Lord to remove, uh, come out of this material existence, not only just to come out of from the jaws of crocodile. So our prayers also should be like not just come out of the difficult situation or like that, but we should actually pray for pure devotional service and always how we can be Krishna conscious in our life. So here we see the prayers of kings. Their prayers of request to the Lord Krishna that they are in imprisonment of Jarasandha, by Jarasandha, and they are requesting them to save them, and they're also conscious of their, because of our own lording over material nature, we are put into that condition. They acknowledge themselves like that. Anybody have any question or comments? Otherwise, we will end the class. कंदरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की, शिल प्रपाद की.